Living with a narcissistic spouse can be incredibly challenging. It's like living in a world where your emotions are constantly invalidated, your sense of self is under attack, and you're walking on eggshells, afraid to trigger their anger. The damage inflicted is often subtle, hidden beneath layers of manipulation and control. In this video, we'll explore how this experience can wear you down and offer hope and guidance, empowering you to recognize the signs, understand the dynamics, and begin to heal and reclaim your life. Imagine living with someone who constantly demands your emotional energy, who sucks the air out of the room with their need for attention, their dramas, their crises. You find yourself giving until your emotional reserves are utterly depleted. They use guilt, anger, or playing the victim to keep you engaged. Over time, this constant emotional drain leaves you feeling exhausted and wrung out. You might find it hard to muster energy for anything else, neglecting your own needs. Narcissists thrive on feeling superior. And one way they achieve this is by subtly chipping away at your self-esteem. It starts with subtle digs disguised as jokes, backhanded compliments, and comparisons to others, always painting you as somehow less than. Then comes the outright criticism. Every mistake, every flaw, every perceived shortcoming is magnified and thrown back at you. As time goes on, you begin to internalize these messages. You start to doubt yourself, your judgment, your abilities. Narcissists often isolate you from your support system. They make snide comments about your loved ones, plant seeds of doubt, or create drama. They become jealous of your time, demanding your world revolves around them. This makes you more reliant on them, more vulnerable to manipulation, and less likely to seek help. Gaslighting, a hallmark of narcissistic relationships. It makes you question your reality, memories, and sanity. They deny your experiences, twist your words, and lie, leaving you confused and unsure. This self-doubt erodes your confidence in your perceptions. You become reliant on the narcissist, trapping you in their control. Living with a narcissistic spouse is like living in a perpetual state of high alert. You never know when the next outburst will occur, when the next criticism will be levied. This constant uncertainty creates chronic stress. Your nervous system is on high alert, flooded with cortisol, leaving you anxious and unable to relax. This can manifest in difficulty sleeping, digestive issues, racing thoughts, irritability, all taking a toll on your well-being. The mind-body connection is powerful. Chronic stress from a narcissistic spouse can cause headaches, digestive issues, insomnia, high blood pressure, and heart problems. Your body signals something is wrong. Emotional abuse can be as damaging as physical abuse. Money is often a tool of power and control in narcissistic relationships. They might control all the finances, limiting your access to money and scrutinizing your spending. They might sabotage your career aspirations, making it difficult for you to achieve financial independence. Or they might use money as a weapon, withholding it as punishment, or using it to buy your affection. This financial control can leave you feeling trapped and powerless. Narcissists have a volatile temper and fragile ego. They can't tolerate criticism or disagreement and react with anger or icy withdrawal. You learn to walk on eggshells, afraid to express your needs or feelings. You avoid conflict at all costs, sacrificing your well-being and truth. This fear stifles communication, leaving you feeling silenced and unseen. In a narcissistic relationship, your needs, desires, and dreams don't matter. You're expected to prioritize their needs, becoming an extension of their ego. You might abandon your hobbies and passions, your friendships, to appease them or avoid conflict. You become so enmeshed in their world that you lose sight of who you are. This loss of self can be devastating, leaving you feeling empty and deeply disconnected. As the narcissistic abuse takes hold, you might start to feel trapped, like there is no escape. They might threaten you, manipulate you, or guilt you into staying. You might feel financially dependent on them, isolated from your support system, or simply too emotionally exhausted to even contemplate leaving. The thought of starting over, of rebuilding your life, can feel completely overwhelming. This feeling of being trapped can be incredibly isolating and debilitating, reinforcing the narcissist's control over you. True intimacy requires vulnerability, empathy, and a willingness to see and be seen by another. These are qualities that narcissists simply don't possess. Without these essential ingredients, the relationship can become transactional, superficial, and lacking in genuine emotional connection. You might yearn for real connection, for someone to truly see and understand you, but your needs for love, affection, and validation remain unmet. This lack of intimacy can leave you feeling empty, lonely, and deeply unfulfilled in the relationship. Narcissists are masters at projecting their own insecurities and shortcomings onto others. They'll blame you for their mistakes, their failures, their unhappiness. You become the scapegoat for everything that's wrong in their lives, carrying the burden of their guilt and shame. Over time, this constant barrage of accusations can lead to feelings of deep shame, self-doubt, and worthlessness. You start to believe that you're the problem, that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve love or happiness. Living with a narcissist means living in a constant state of high alert. You become hyper-vigilant, constantly scanning for their mood swings, triggers, and outbursts. You walk on eggshells, choosing your words and actions to avoid setting them off. This vigilance is exhausting, leaving you emotionally drained and mentally depleted. It makes it difficult to relax and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. After being subjected to the manipulations, the lies, the betrayals of a narcissistic spouse, it's perfectly understandable that you might find it difficult to trust others. You might become wary of letting people in, afraid of being hurt, betrayed, or manipulated once again. This inability to trust can have a profound impact on your relationships, making it difficult to form healthy, supportive connections. Remember, you are not alone. Millions have endured narcissistic abuse, and there is hope for healing. Educate yourself about narcissism, understand these relationships, and recognize you are not to blame. Seek support from a specialized therapist. With time, support, and self-compassion, you can heal and create a brighter future. If you or someone you know is dealing with a narcissistic spouse, remember that there is hope and help available. The first step is recognizing the signs and understanding that you're not alone. Reach out to a trusted friend, family member, or professional for support. You deserve to live a life free from manipulation and control. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more informative content.